Welcome to Time Well Spent, a podcast from LaborSync, the only real-time, multilingual timesheet software your business will ever need. Today, we're taking a deep dive into a really insightful LaborSync blog article called Building Trust with Clear Customer Choices. Our mission today is to tackle a problem I think everyone recognizes, that customer skepticism when you try to present optional services, even ones that are genuinely helpful.
Oh, absolutely. That skepticism is, it's baked in now. As a customer, you're just on high alert because, let's face it, you've been burned by the fine print before.
Right. You're always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Exactly. It creates this defensive mindset. So even if your optional service, like say expedited shipping or insurance, adds real value, the customer's first thought is, okay, what's the catch?
So our job is to proactively dismantle that assumption.
That's it.
And that brings us right to the first big point in the article, which he calls the timing problem.
Yes, this is so critical.
We tend to introduce these choices way too late in the process, don't we? Like right on the final checkout screen.
The worst possible moment, because at that point, the customer has already invested their time. They've mentally committed.
A sunk cost fallacy is kicking in.
Exactly. And introducing a new cost right then, it just feels like manipulation. It doesn't feel like a helpful option anymore.
So what's the actionable solution here? The article talks about front-loading.
Radical front-loading of transparency. That's the key. Think about a rental business.
Okay.
The insurance options shouldn't be a surprise at the counter. They should be listed right there on the booking page next to the base rate before you even pick your dates.
Oh, I see. The same would go for like a sauce company then.
Those add-on features need to be clear during the initial sign-up, not something a salesperson brings up 3 months later.
But I have to ask, if you show every single potential cost right at the beginning, doesn't that risk scaring off people who are on a tight budget?
That's the necessary risk you have to take. What the article argues, and what the data shows, is that trust outweighs that initial fear of cost.
That makes sense.
If the customer feels they have total control from the very start, they're actually much less likely to abandon the purchase later.
So it's not just when you present the choice, but it's also very much about the language you use.
Oh, the language is huge. It's where the rubber meets the road.
The article points out these small but really precise word choices that eliminate that feeling of pressure.
Right. We have to stop using this mandatory-sounding language.
Like, you'll need to consider insurance.
Yes. Or that dreaded phrase, highly recommended. It sounds helpful, but it feels like a veiled requirement.
So what's the better way to phrase it?
You have to respect their autonomy. The blog gives us a great blueprint. So instead of recommended, just say completely optional.
Simple. I like that.
Or instead of just listing a feature, frame it as available if you're interested, and the most important one.
Let me guess. Feel free to say no.
Basically, yes. Feel free to decline. That phrase validates their choice. It tells the customer you value their decision more than you value their money in that moment.
Okay, so words are crucial. Timing is crucial. What about the overarching message? How do we reframe the whole offer so it sounds less like we're padding margins and more like we're solving a problem?
Well, you stop selling protection and you start selling peace of mind.
Ah, okay.
Let's go back to that insurance example. The old way is we offer insurance to protect against damage costs. That focuses on a negative.
Yeah, it makes me think about getting into an accident.
Exactly. The reframe is something like, many customers appreciate having insurance available so they can just relax and enjoy their experience without worrying about unexpected expenses.
You're selling the positive emotional outcome, the freedom from worry.
You're selling the better experience.
It really does seem counterintuitive. The idea that being less pushy actually gets you more business in the end.
But the data is clear. When customers feel empowered, when they feel in control of their own decisions, they become incredibly loyal.
So they become repeat customers, they refer their friends.
And ironically, they actually end up buying those optional services more frequently over their lifetime as a customer.
Because that defensive barrier is gone.
It's completely gone. And that brings us to the final takeaway, which is consistency. This can't be a one-off trick.
Right.
Your website, your emails, your customer service calls, they all have to use this same clear, non-pressured language. That consistency is what builds a trustworthy brand and gives you a real competitive advantage.
This episode of Time Well Spent was brought to you by LaborSync. Track employee hours and job site locations in real time from any device. Start your risk-free trial today at laborsync.com.